Welcome to Wisdom Teachings with Dr. Amanda Love. Today's topic, see as your higher self sees. See as your higher self sees. Many of us relate to our presence and purpose for being here on this earth as bridging the gap between spiritual knowing and human experience. But what does that really mean? And beyond meaning, what does it require of us? We may be aware of our higher self, or of a self that sees and knows that all is well and perfect. While the perspectives and knowings of this self are easy to tap into when we like what we see and feel inside of our human experience, our higher self's perspectives and knowings just as easily go out the window the moment we experience discontent, powerlessness, irritation, sadness, or anything else we don't like feeling. The heaviness of heart that arises in the face of experiencing what we don't want or prefer to disconnects us from the view that our higher self sees. Likely, most are familiar with heaviness of heart. For many, it may actually be all they know. Some people live in a perpetual state of discontent, and it is so familiar that they don't even realize they are living it. Discontent has simply become their mode of operation. This state of heaviness comes with the point of view that if only things, people, and experiences could somehow be different, then everything would be better. While this point of view may be valid, things might be better if they were different than they are. It doesn't change the fact that things are as they are now. Our hoping that things will be different keeps us from accepting things as they are. The paradox of this all is that things often don't shift or change until they are accepted in their current configuration. If we want to bridge the gap between our spiritual knowings and human experiencing, we must bring our spiritual knowings into this human experiencing. That doesn't mean teaching others about what the most enlightened perspective is from our point of view. Rather, it means seeing spirit inside of this human experience exactly as it is currently configured. While you may have incarnated to do or create particular things, your intention for doing those things should simply be because it brings you joy to do them, not because you think you are going to fix this world or the people in it. The people in the world don't need fixing. They only need love. If you really tune into your true desire for existing, it is likely only to be and share love through your creations and not to fix anything. Fixing brings a weight, pressure, or burden with it, where creating just to express and share love feels joyous and light. One of the prime things that keeps us out of accepting what is now is that we don't understand why things are the way they are, especially if we have vision and can see all of the grand possibilities for what the human experience could be for ourselves or others. We get stuck in our own confusion about the way it is and needing to make sense of it all. This needing to make sense of it or coming to terms with the state of whatever it is you are currently experiencing in your reality postpones your acceptance of it. Sometimes acceptance feels like death. That death is the death of the dream or the vision that you were wishing was, rather than what is. Sometimes acceptance feels like failure. The failure of making happen what you think you were supposed to make happen, or things being what you hoped they would have been or are. We avoid feeling failure and death at all costs, hence the postponement of acceptance. The thing is that all we are really avoiding are our ideas about what is or is supposed to be. If we let go of our ideas about perfectionism, idealism, better than, and the like, then we can actually experience those things inside of our current experience. It is our ideas about what is or what is supposed to be that keep us from bridging the gap of spiritual knowing and human experiencing. These ideas or ideals keep us from seeing as our higher self sees. I am not suggesting that you lower your standards. Quite the opposite. You must continue to discern what feels aligned for you to participate with or not. Beyond that, I invite you to raise the standards for how much love you can be and see inside of what is. Your reality responds to how you see it. If there are aspects of your reality that persist in the ignorance of themselves and deny the love you see them as, then you may find it appropriate to not directly engage with those elements. Not from a place of resistance, frustration, or irritation, but rather from a moving towards or along the path where the love you see everything as is available to be received. You don't need to exhaust yourself in attempting to have love be received. Rather, allow it to simply be an invitation or offering that can be received or not, and move along your path appropriately. There is no failure when you come from love, even if things don't match up to how your ideas think they should be. Understand that you don't need to understand why it all is the way it is, why things have occurred or do occur as they do. Understanding is not required in order to love. Love is how your higher self sees. It sees and knows all as love. Even if there are elements or aspects of creation that are ignorant to knowing themselves as love, still your higher self sees and knows it all to be love. Next time you experience or see ignorance inside of this human experience, simply remind yourself that ignorance too is love, love that has forgotten itself. Turn your heart towards love and move in the direction that is most aligned for you.